Home and Displacement and the Role of Art by Morf Senegal. Humanity is faced with challenges of catastrophic proportion that are threatening the quality of life and its existence. One such notable challenge is the issue of displacement. Every part of the world is experiencing this challenge. The concept of home and displacement highlights the contrast between a choice home and a forced home. Displacement is caused by many factors, some natural and other human made. The natural factor involves changing climate conditions such as the weather pattern that may have suddenly changed that consequently made a home inhabitable. Examples include flooding due to the rise of water levels, desertification, famine, and other harsh weather conditions. Ironically, some of these situations are said to have been influenced indirectly by human activities that led to global warming. The other cause of displacement is the human factor, which includes wars, terrorism, and conflicts. These situations, in some cases, are included by social, political, and ethnic diversities. Lately, some African countries are experiencing displacement of people from their original homes as a result of insurgencies and ethnic conflicts. This has led to many people living in internally displaced persons camps. Many of these IDP camps are overpopulated and crowded. When the human choice of location is tempered with by either nature or human factors, forced displacement occurs, leading to migration or change in location. Consequently, humanitarian cries of relocation happen. Usually, the displaced populace may face violation of human rights in the newly forced environment. Victims suffer all sorts of abuses and are subjected to miserable living conditions. They also experience hunger, starvation, and psychological illnesses, as well as suffer other public health challenges. In such situations, children face the worst of the implications that threaten their chances of survival. Forced displacement crisis is a common human experience which colors the collective perception of people, victims, and the spectators. The experience, which in some cases is traumatic, shapes the ideology, reaction, and decision of impacted people. We may ask, what has art got to do with displacement? The contemporary artist, like any member of society, shares the common traumatic experience of society. He draws inspiration from whatever impact displacement has on society. Art is, in a way, a visualization of thoughts, opinions, and ideologies that the artist translates and interprets using elements of art. To illustrate the relationship between art and displacement, we will examine two examples. During 14th edition of Dakar Biennale Senegal 2022, a Senegalese artist, Prissy Nambi, displayed a piece titled Revi Transversal. He illustrated the voices and the souls of millions of displaced people, missing, anonymous, lost at sea since the time of the Triangle until the clandestine immigration. With the installation, he wonders who still listens and pays attention to those voices, to this despair, to this fragile existence. With the installation, he wonders who still listens and pays attention to these voices, to this despair, to this fragile existence. The artist depicted lifeless bodies with tati bag costumes and states that the lifeless bodies, thus animated, whisper to us. There are agreements that the ocean does not give us invisible existence, but always very present at the ocean, will not return to us. This kind of artwork, which sometimes is derived from the experience of the philosophy of the artist, engages its audiences by pointing out the implications of the displacement. The art perspective of home and displacement can be viewed from two angles. One is the interpretative role of art, where the statement that artwork makes comes into play. The second is from the angle of the therapeutic impact of art. In this first angle, some artists see their creativity as a tool for social commentary, as well a tool for activism. These types of art can be used to educate and enlighten the public on the implication of displacement and migration. The second angle of view, displacement, is in respect to the role of art as a tool for therapy. Some artwork of art have the potential to heal and offer a kind of recreational comfort. The American Art Therapy Association defined art therapy as a kind of therapy that integrates mental health and human services by using active art making creative process, applied psychological theory, and human experience. Art is a way of communicating. Its message can be used either symbolically or conceptually to influence people who need therapy. Art's creative process has healing and recreational powers. Therefore, art is useful for engaging people who are victims of displacement and who are trying to adapt to the new environment. Art may be engaged through workshops and other forms of training to offer relief to trauma victims. These creative works can be used to engage audiences to improve the experimental impact. Art plays many roles in society. These includes educating the people with necessary information, offering entertainment and tools for activism. Therefore, one would conclude that home and displacement and the art are mutually influential. The artist, as a member of the society, shares the elements responsible for the displacement and its impact. He uses those elements to transform the experience into a creative resource. On the other hand, the artist occupies the role of using his art to solve problems emanating from displaced people, as well as the challenges created by migration. The role of art is therefore a necessity. The role of art is therefore a necessity. It is tinged with a vital means of dealing with the issues of home and displacement.